Hi guys, welcome to my Bajerski YouTube channel. Interesting morning this morning. How you all doing? Last night I took off my two crystals I'm wearing, which is Moldavite, Tektite and Herkimer Diamond. That's the trio, that's the famous trios that I made. And then the shungite, and I was exhausted this morning. I went back to where I did originally a few days ago when I wasn't wearing everything that I thought I needed, and it's like, oh my god, now I feel like the same as I did. So there's definitely something in these two crystals that help. Definitely, if you've watched my other videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. Just want to keep you informed. You know, I'm still doing this scientific kind of work to see if it's real, if it's really truly what it is, if it's the energy shifting, but these two crystals are definitely working. Tonight I'm gonna swap them, and I'm gonna use lava stone because that's been working really well with where are we? I'll be putting these on tonight. That's lava and that's Silicon Valley. So yeah, I'm just working on these today. Just working on them beauties, which are my my wonderful beryl. A few of them I've just finished with. Some little Moldavite lockdown specials. Some beautiful fingers in citrine. And a few other really beautiful crystals there. Herkimer Diamond, a beautiful Herkimer Diamond there. Gorgeous. Beautiful piece of amethyst, which is Veracruz, beautiful, eh? And then some really unusual pieces that you would say, oh, that looks weird, but actually it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. And you know what it is? Looking at it, you'll never guess. Look at it. Maybe be able to see better if I do it this way now. Yeah, blue lace agate, but in its natural form there at the back. Gorgeous. Right, okay, interesting. What are we going to be talking about today? I guess a couple of days ago I noticed something on my social media, missing somebody who was pretty special to me in my life. When I first started many years ago, there was children who used to come with really shocking stories and real painful situations in their life, and you obviously get a bond with these people, with these children, the boys and girls that grow up, and you know, the influence that you give them is positivity, helping them see that nothing is what it seems, and you know, you're stronger than that, believe in yourself. And that's what a good healer does, always gives it them back, saying, what do you feel, what do you think, what do you feel, and then give them the confidence to believe in themselves. That's a good healer. And from, you know, kids of 12 years old, 10 years old, you know, I've seen them grow in these 16 years, some even younger. One particular girl that I met in London, beautiful mother, and obviously going through a tremendous difficult challenge in their life then. And over the years I've you know, done my best to help with the family, and this lovely girl growing up, I knew she was going to be special, very special, and always sent my love and healing to them all. And not to go into too fine a detail because I don't want to implicate anybody in a conversation, but I really truly saw the future of this wonderful young girl, and it was going to be a great future. A writer and a sharer of truth. I saw this, and so I helped in so many ways, and I could see the strength building up and the confidence. And then the first book came out, and the writing and all the other stuff that, and anyway, to cut a long story short, I couldn't find her on my social media anymore. She'd gone. And I thought, wow, that's strange. I never ever look anyway at stuff like that, but I noticed, I wonder if she's okay, because I was doing a meditation and she was in my thoughts. Yeah, I'd been unfriended, and I thought, well, maybe it's something I've said, maybe the past few months have been a little bit heavy, and I can understand, some of the things that I've put out there and shared might be a little bit too much, and I get it, because normally Mag's all about love and kindness and peace and healing, and as of late, well, I've actually been like this all my life, but maybe some things happened, that they've seen me in a different light. Boy, was I right. Yeah, it ends up that I just took a quick look and noticed the new job. And that new job is working for the mainstream media. Oh my God. One thing working for the mainstream media, and I have a lot of clients who do, but it's another thing unfriending me because they don't want to be seen to have known or to know somebody like me, which really is a bit sad. Mainstream media, there's only, I think, 3 major, maybe 4 mainstream media platforms on the black tell lie box, and yeah, she's working for one of them. Today I woke up this morning and I saw a lot of stuff happening, and you guys probably watch this and you know what's going on now. Your eyes are open, you're aware, because I've been speaking this for many years. But was it Bournemouth where the mainstream lie put pictures out there of the beaches of millions of people, but then you started to see live coverage when you can go to certain platforms and you can see around the world what's going on. There's different platforms. I think Google have one which zooms in and you can see different parts of the world at any given moment live. There's lots of platforms you can do that now, which is a good thing. And quite clearly you see that the picture that was taken was of something completely different, probably a year ago or 2 years ago, which they've now been caught with their pants down yet again. The lie, the lie, the lie. Mainstream media, I think at the moment, is probably at its lowest of any single human being believing anything. Yet, the strange thing is, and this is the power of programming, even though they don't believe it, they still go to it. Now, doesn't that tell you everything? It basically tells me that we have a mass hypnosis of brainwashed, addicted humanity, really, because there's so many. I put a post up this morning on social media, and it says, of a man saying, I don't believe anything mainstream media says, but the coronavirus is real. So a lot of people fight over words, and when I've said the coronavirus is fake, the first thing people say is, my brother died, my sister died, my uncle died, I've got a friend who died. I didn't say it's fake in the sense of that people are dying. But when people are brainwashed, when people are bought and paid for in that energy, they're going to defend it and they're going to fight it, and they're not going to be willing to have an open-minded conversation of, what do you mean by that? Oh, well, I'll explain what I mean by it's fake. But actually, I don't need to explain, because the fakery is so much now that if I had to explain to any single person that the coronavirus is a fake, then the truth is there's no helping them at all. They're already brainwashed completely and bought into the mainstream media programming. And it is a very dangerous, dangerous programming. And it's a very powerful one, and it's very, very challenging for any single person to actually fully step away from it and create their own truth, their own path, their own enlightenment, their own understanding. And it can be quite challenging to get out there and really find the truth, because it takes time, takes effort, and it takes a lot of homework, because you have to really delve into all the fakery, all the lies, and all the manipulation with everything, because it comes from all sides of the fence. Whether you are a truther, there's still people who have basically hijacked that and using that to make money. And again, so it's quite challenging to find real truth these days. But there are a few go-to places like Richie Allen radio show, a truther and a good human being. That's why I support him. John Rappaport, a wonderful human being, and so on. There's lots of other that over the years I've come to respect and believe in and trust, and see that actually this makes sense. And yeah, I think the bottom line, what I'm trying to say today, is quite simple: that the world is awakening to the biggest illusion that was ever created, which is the black box TV, and every single actor who acts as an actor on the screen that always shouts breaking news and always gives you figures, which are all lies, all lies, all lies. Everything. I literally believe nearly every single thing now on the mainstream media is a complete and utter lie. And that's probably the most powerful foundation you can ever have if you want to know how to live a happy and healthy and peace and live in peace. Because if you think about it, anything that you watch on the black television box is fear. Fear. What if? The problems that can happen. This is going to happen. The statistics say it's all negative, all purposely made so you and I live in constant fear. By living in constant fear, the mainstream media, who are controlled by the dark hand, can do anything they want at any given moment. So in theory, they can stick a mask on you and say it's good for you, even though the box says, sorry, but this mask doesn't work for viruses. And yet millions of people open the box, ignore that, and wear it even though it says on the box it doesn't work for viruses. So you can clearly see people are absolutely brainwashed, totally 100% brainwashed, and they are deluded, really deluded, and they will fight you tooth and nail, because they don't want to be seen as stupid. They don't want to be seen as an idiot, and they will fight for that, because that's more important. They would rather fight you than actually see the truth, even though they've been duped. And that is one of the flaws, one of the glitches in humanity's matrix, if you want to see it that way. I believe it's far more easier to pinpoint. It's just the stubbornness and the ego and pride. And when you can delete all of those things, you end up with a world of peace and love, because when you delete pride, when you delete ego, then it doesn't matter if you're right and wrong. It doesn't matter. Oh, okay, I'm not right. Oh, that's what is. Oh, well, thanks for that. I didn't realize that. Most of the time, we normally find that, take for instance, if somebody has a cut across their face because somebody's cut them, and it's a big cut, and you speak to somebody else, and you yourself know you've got a cut, and you feel really kind of intimidated, and you feel bad and what they're going to think about the cut, and oh, look at them, my God, they're all going to, and then they go away and they've had a nice conversation, and then you're thinking, oh, they're going to, what do they think about my cut? And you'll be panicking about what they think about you all day, and sometimes all night and all week. And I say to people many times, People don't care about the cup. They haven't even actually given it a thought. They just looked at it and forgot about it. Most people just don't even care. They're too busy with their own worries and fears. So we tend to fear what other people are going to think, and we create a life of utter suffering because of what we think other people think, when in truth, most people couldn't give a damn about you because they're too busy in their own life. So, yeah, people do judge, but you know what? If you ever follow that person who judges, they judge everybody. So it's nothing personal. They're just a judging person. And actually, do you want to be around that person anyway? So thanks very much. A lot of the times when somebody slaps me in my face instantly, and I don't mean a physical slap, but the way in energy, the way they look at me, the way they're angry, that's beautiful. I love it because they've presented themselves instantly. So then I now can say thanks very much, see you later, and I'm off because I don't need to cope with that energy ever again. And a lot of the times, my friends used to say, wow, I don't know what was wrong with my friend, why she was like that with you. And I used to smile and say, actually, it's a wonderful thing that happens to me all the time. Now, I could take that as a real paranoia, as there's something wrong with me. But no, I realize that actually I've got a lot of people who love me in the spirit world who protect me. So what they do is bring out anybody's true colors instantly. So if you think about that, it makes sense. If you became friends with somebody who actually didn't like you anyway, and you made an effort to become a friend of that person, what would they say behind your back? How would they treat you? And later on, you get to find out, then you think, oh, that time I effort and that love, and I thought they were nice, and you feel even worse. So actually, I am so thankful when somebody gets angry and shows their trueness. I prefer that because now I can get on with my life and not have to walk down that path and go through that challenge. So I say thank you. There's a lot of things that I'm thankful for. But going back to the girl who's now working for this corporation, she is in my heart and my prayers every day and always will be. And maybe, just maybe, this is her path. And maybe, just maybe, she'll come to realize that while working in there, everything will reveal itself and she will see. And at that point, she will have the opportunity, as many people do, whether they sell their soul, because the soul is connected to everything. So you can turn a blind eye, but you can't turn a blind eye to your soul. Your soul knows everything. And if you sell your soul for publicity, for an agenda, for breaking news, knowing that it's a lie, then you will have sold your soul. You can pretend all you want, you can act all you want and believe that this is just a paid acting position, but you know deep down that you're going to cause pain and suffering to your fellow brother and sister. And it's at that point that I pray that the years that I've spent sending my love and healing to this wonderful young lady, that she will realize that what she is now into is going to be a point in her life that she's going to have to make a decision whether she buys into the system evil or whether she follows her heart, knows her truth, turns away from the money and the nice house and the lovely holidays and being famous and being on TV and being looking beautiful and telling a lie after lie after lie after lie, knowing that you are corrupting humanity, that you're changing humanity, that you're brainwashing humanity, and all you're doing is lying and lying and lying and lying. And eventually, when you've sold your soul and you've done that, you will end up deep down knowing that what you've done was wrong, and it stays with you for the rest of your life. And that is what I pray that will never happen, and I hope that soon the penny will drop and she will not step over that line between love and suffering. So I think it's a beautiful day to send love to the people that are in a bad place right now. I think it's a good day to send our healing to the people that we love. So I just close my eyes and see that person well, or the people that are on my list. I have a book with a list and I see them well and happy, and often see them jumping, laughing and skipping. It's one of the things that I like to do. It's one of my most powerfulest healing projections, because if you see them well, you're projecting that energy within them and changing their energy and making them feel that way. If somebody skips and laughs and jokes, then you know everything else that was there once that was causing them pain and suffering has disappeared, because you can't skip and laugh and joke if you're in pain. So it makes sense to see them well, to see them happy. And finally, I am a healer. That's who I am. And even though I speak of conspiracies, which are facts, even though I might sound like a tinfoil hat wearer, which I'm not, I'm just a normal guy wearing strange clothes, funny outfits all the time, you know, but I am who I am. I am somebody who loves and cares for my brother and sister, and I've been wrong many times, and I always admit when I'm wrong and say sorry. And you know, it's something that's so important that we should always remember to do. Always be open and always look at yourself. And it's nice to be able to see yourself growing and being strong and knowing that you're walking a good path and a healthy path. But it's also good to have that little trigger mechanism just to check, let me just have an overall check. Let me just have a look at your mark. Okay, let me put your hands up. Yeah, you're doing all right. Let's have a look in your head. How's it going in there? Yeah, okay, well, okay. Is this stubborn? A bit stubborn there? Okay, let's have a look. Just check yourself over and make sure that, you know, it's good to be able to look at yourself and say, was I right? Did I do the right thing? Am I walking the right path? Nothing wrong with questioning yourself. I think it's very, very healthy. And I think we should always question ourselves, and especially if we're about to knee-jerk. I think a lot of the times if we stop to knee-jerk against a reaction because we feel triggered by something, that's a good thing, because when we're triggered, it means that there's something within us that's causing us issue. And I think that's what we need to work on right now. What triggers us? And, you know, you can understand quite clearly right now that all around you, people are very much brainwashed into masks. And if you've done any studying at all, you'll know that masks are not really worth putting on, really. And a lot of people, as I said right at the beginning of this, it just doesn't make any sense. I can see people wearing a mask if they're in theatre or my dentist. But to wear a mask all day, to wear a mask outside, to run in a mask, this is not healthy, because your body was never geared up to wear a mask. Your body is geared up, your mouth is geared up to release toxins, to release so many things. And if you're breathing the same breath, it's going to cause damage, whether it's short term or long term. It's going to cause damage. It's never meant to be like that. It's never meant to be covered. You create a lot of toxins in your body that needs to be released. If you're breathing them back in, you're toxic. You're adding more toxins into your body, and it can cause a lot of illness, as well as a lot of problems with breathing, a lot of problems with the chest. And if you're running in a mask, well, you know, I mean, it says everything. It says everything. As we are right now, if you're in the UK, you'll understand what I mean. So, you know, we can clearly see that the mainstream media is pushing more and more and more lies, and there's more tightening, draconian measures being taken daily to suppress you. And the next thing is, I'm sure, I'm almost certain of it, that these tests, I really mean to say this from the bottom of my heart, guys, I really mean this, and I know it sounds really OTT, but I don't believe that whoever's running this world has any soul whatsoever. And however they can do whatever they're planning to do, which they do every day, they're not going to be worried or frightened about causing more issue. And how they do it is not in a stupid way. They do it in a very, very clever and sophisticated way. So listen, guys, this is my final message today. there is a test that they're trying to bring out, and that test is to see if you've got the coronavirus. I would put a bet on what I'm about to say, and I would bet my crystal collection that I'm right. And I mean that. And I'd bet anybody out there that I'm right if it was independently sourced. I don't trust anybody who says they're doing it, they do it, but this is my feeling. These so-called tests for corona, I believe, have already the coronavirus in them. So my feeling is that if you have no option to, do not let them stick that test paper, whatever it is, don't let them touch you with it. If they want to know whether you've got it, then spit on it. That's it. That's as much as you need to give them. But don't let them stick that thing up your nose. Because I'm telling you, I believe wholeheartedly that that testing kit is contaminated with the coronavirus. So it's already got it. And if you then stick it in you, it's going to be given to you. So then you definitely got it. So it's just a heads up. I might sound crazy. I might sound like I've upset anybody, but you know what? Nothing wrong with spitting on it. Here you go. You've got plenty of DNA there. But don't let them get inside your mouth with it. Don't let them touch you with it. Okay? That's it. Have a beautiful day, guys. Take care of yourselves. Till tomorrow. And I think by the end of the day, here it all is. This is my full collection of beautiful Buddhist figures, natural crystals within all of these, and yeah, there's so many beautiful figures as well, and shells, all handmade. There you go. Some mala beads which are ready to hang. They're beautiful as well. Look at them. They'll hang like that nicely. Some lovely pendants with crystals on. Okay. All of these. This is my collection. They're beautiful, eh? Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So this is a collection. The raffle tickets are £5 each. And thank you very much if you've already made a contribution. You go to the Richie Allen radio show. I'll put the link below. And go to donate, and then just type in Buddha Collection, and the tickets are £5. And I'll draw this maybe tomorrow. I'll do the draw tomorrow. So it's only been a day, so there's not many people who have bought them, but that's fine. It's fine. Every penny counts to the Richie Allen radio show. We all love him and love all the guests who would never, ever have a platform to tell their true story on mainstream media, because mainstream media is nothing but one giant lie. I keep sharing that truth with you all, so one day that you can share that truth with your family and friends, so that one day the mainstream media will disappear, and then we'll have a real, true source of knowledge and information, which would be a wonderful, refreshing change, that people would be able to speak their truth no matter what it is. And we learn to debate, we learn to be able to say whatever we want without hurting each other or calling each other racist or whatever. That would be a lovely day. Okay guys, I'll put the link below, and have a beautiful day. Till tomorrow, take care of yourselves, keep shining, keep being amazing, and remember, no one has the power over you.